tell, we actually met each other in an elevator and we had the breakfast after. I'm so honored today that I can be the MC to introduce her tonight. So let me share with you a little bit about her background. So she graduated from the university, the medical university in Taiwan. And after she graduated from that, she went to the States. She actually studied in Harvard. She was Master of Health Policy Management at Harvard University. Afterwards, she went back to Taiwan, and she was a technician for virus gene research in Taiwan National Veterans Hospital. So her goal before was actually to be a scientist. So after she graduated from the medical school, and she actually did a study in Taiwan, the medical school, she did a research on supplements development. And at that time, actually later this research on virus research, they were partnered up with a laboratory from Germany. One of the projects that they do, they actually combine 20 plus multinational companies. They did a research on human gene development. And because of that research, that's how she encountered to know our genetic technology of the company. And that's why she realized our technology was actually amazing. That's why she can represent that to share with us today, that why if you are a human, living human, then you should take ageLOC, R square. She also did she was also involved in a supplement development for multinational companies. So that's why when she's more than qualified to share with us about the information about the R squared today. So today it's a great chance for us to learn from her. Let's give her a big round of applause to welcome her. I hope Sherry can catch my my speed today. So let's welcome her. I think there's some technical issue. So let's be patient. Maybe we'll give her some more time. Maybe she has reception problems, because we couldn't hear her right now. Oh, now we can hear her. She forgot to unmute herself. That's why we couldn't hear her. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for waiting. Hi, everyone. Can all of you see me? Can you hear what I said? So thank you for Rosalind's introduction for me. I feel it's so nice that even though we're from different countries, and then we actually met up in Jakarta in Indonesia for our first time. I was so happy. Today, I'm gonna share with you. Let me start my PowerPoint. So I'm gonna try to share my PowerPoint with you. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Great. So today, I'm gonna share a topic with you. The topic I'm gonna share with you today, you might feel very interested. What do you mean by when I say living humans all need to take R square? What do I mean? So today I'm gonna talk about this with you. So as you can see on my screen, I want to explain to you because last month I saw a video from my friend. So I click and I go into watch. And in this video, as you can see on the screen, on the lower right corner, he is a professor, and originally he's from Hong Kong, and he immigrated to Canada, and he actually writes many research paper. So the Hong Kong University very often invite him to go back to Hong Kong to share. And the topic he was talking about, it's talking about the senescence. So this topic, it's about the senescence. The PowerPoint you see right now, it's blurry because that was from someone participant to record the screen, and that's why it's not clear. I'm sorry about that, but I will try to zoom in later so that you guys can see clearly. So this professor, the topic he was talking about was nothing to do with R square. It's nothing to do with Nu Skin, nothing to do with R square. The whole thing is the Hong Kong University invited him to go back and then to share a topic. But the topic he was talking about was actually very similar to our ageLOC result. That's why I got so excited. And that's why I finished the whole video, and then I took some of the information from the video. And then that's why I can share with you today. And that's why recently I've been keep talking about this. I said, as long as you are a living human, you should take R square. And that's why today I'm gonna share with you about this ageLOC technology, which I think it's very precious. And also it can prove the technology of R square, it's very advanced. And it's supreme. So now I'm gonna share with you what the professor talking about. So the whole meeting he was talking about this senescence. Now you can see this PowerPoint. Can you see clearly? Okay. So this PowerPoint was talking about our human cells will be aging. So when the cell is getting old to a certain age, it will die. There's so many factors to cause the cell die. For example, there are so many factors about it. One of the factors is the telomere erosion, because our DNA it's reflect with the chromosome. As you can see, the chromosome has 4 telomeres, and then through the years go by, and then the telomere will get shorter and shorter. When it's to a certain age, and then the telomere will die. And then also another thing, if the DNA damage, then it will also affect our cell to die. But today, I'm actually gonna focus on the mitochondrial dysfunction. In Taiwan, we call mitochondrial, and in other in other Asia country, they call differently. But the English, we call mitochondrial. So when the mitochondrial dysfunction, it will also be one of the factors to cause our cellular die. So you know about our ageLOC technology is to target on the source of the anti-aging, because we can focus on the source of the aging problem, so that we can try to do something about it. So it also mentioned when the mitochondrial dysfunction or our DNA damage, it will all reflect on our health. So that means even we're taking nutrition, all the food intake, our organ will not be able to do anything about it. Because because it's damaged, so we cannot so that our organ cannot take all the nutrition. So another problem of it, that's one of the things that our body really needed, it's called protein. But if the protein is a dysfunction, it will also make our body to have inflammation, which will cause us chronic inflammation, and which it will cause you to age early too. And also our stem cell, if our stem cell has exhaustion, it will also be one of another factor to cause we age early. And that's why our cell will age and then also die eventually. And in this in the journal that he was writing it, he also mentioned this journal. It's called Nature. And this scientist, his name is Baker. He actually has 2 journals, and he did 2 different. He actually did 2 experiments on the mouse, and then he find that if you can get rid of the aging cells in the mouse, then you can reverse all the signs of getting aging. And this scientist in 2016, which is Dr. Baker, he did this experiment of how to reverse aging, because he actually successfully and find out how he can reverse the aging signs on the 2 mouse you see on the screen. So as you can see on the screen, there's one mouse. It looks older because of the fur. It's lesser, and the other one, the fur looks very nice and shining. So this is actually being approved, and confirmed that it is possible to reverse the aging signs. So when I saw this, I was so excited. Do you know why? Because this science report was reported in 2016 and 2017. But you know what? Our ageLOC technology, ever since 2010, after Nu Skin acquires the Gene Lab. You know why Nu Skin wants to acquire that Gene Lab? It's because they already have 30 years of database. They've been research on the monkeys. What do you think between monkeys and mouse? Which one is more similar to human? Of course, it's monkeys. So as you can see, our scientists been studying on the monkeys about this genetic research since 30 years ago. But now the scientists, they just started the research right now, and then they've been research on the mouse. And then, yes, they already confirmed and then say that, prove that it is possible to reverse the aging signs. So can you see how powerful our company is? Because our technology is much more advanced, 30 years advanced. And then we're doing research on the monkeys, which monkeys are more related to the human being than the mice. And then we have 2 journals within the 10 years time. We actually announced 2 different journals on the science magazines already. So think about it, if you are a scientist or if you are a master, and then if you can have your article to be announced on a science magazine, that means you can already have a job in a very famous university. That's why after I watched that video, I feel so proud about our science. Because remember our chief scientist, Dr. Zhou Chen, when he came to Taiwan 1 year, and he was explaining to us why our ageLOC technology are so advanced, because he was saying that our technology is 30 years advanced than all other competitors, and he was using the other competitors. To them, it's game over for them, because our science is way ahead, 30 years way ahead than all the rest of competitors. So at that time, I was thinking, really, it is that amazing? And now when I think about it, yes, because the scientists I was telling about earlier, the journal that he just announced, it's only announced in 2016 and 2017. But our science is way ahead of that. And then we're talking about ageLOC youth, ageLOC R square. So that's what we mean by all the competitors. It's game over for them. So I don't think we're too over when we say game over. So after now, do you think that you're so lucky? Because nowadays we are the one can have this ageLOC technology and can have this brand. Why CNN will have the report news about us? Why Discovery Channel will broadcast our technology? Because what happened is the Discovery Channel, they actually follow our lab for 1 year, over a year, and then they've been doing observation and see what's our lab about. And after a year, they decide to broadcast worldwide. That's why I feel I'm so proud of this. So today I'm gonna be more detailed to explain to you about this science. So everything that you see right now, I didn't make those PowerPoint. I actually took from his video. So what I mean is that all this kind of knowledge, it's most of the people, if they're in this field, they already know. And all the content they were talking about can all reflect to our science. And then it can all show us how powerful our ageLOC technology is. So that's why I'm gonna talk with you about the mitochondria. So I don't know if you remember that time there was a scientist who came to Taiwan and shared with us about the science. He said that our ageLOC technology is to adjust our DNA genes, 52 sets of our DNA. So at that time, I was thinking that isn't it our DNA? It's all inside of our cell. So what does the scientist mean by influence the mitochondrial thing? And after I finished watching this video, I feel it's very powerful because mitochondria, it's just like a cell. It has its own DNA. That's why the scientists think maybe long time ago, before the cell was even formed, mitochondria, it's like a bacteria. It's a very simple form of organism. It's like a virus. And for some reason, mitochondria became one of our cells. And then that's why it became part of the cell. And then start from that time, it just lives in our cell. So our cell, you can try to imagine an egg. So egg has the egg yolk and the egg white. Our cell, it's like that too. Our cell, the cell membrane, it's like the eggshell. And then the area I show you right now is the egg white area. And then the mitochondria, it's like a spaceship flow out in the space. So the mitochondria is floating around our protein area, which is the area I show you right now. And then do you know so each cell has 2,000 mitochondria in there. So what do they for? So mitochondria, it's like a fuel source of our cell. So after we consume foods, it will become glucose. It will become fatty acids. It will become amino acid. So if we're taking the meat will become amino acids. It will all be absorbed into our cell. And then it will floating around the protein area. And then in the end, it will be on the top of mitochondria. And it will keep transform. In the end, it will become ATP, which is energy. So look, this is how glucose into our cell membrane. Once it pass through the cell membrane, and then after all different kind of reaction, in the end, it will become 32 ATP. It's just like energy. And all those energy can make our cells to working. So when our cell working, they need energy. So imagine if we need lots of energy, then we need lots of mitochondria. And that's why each cell has 2,000 mitochondria in there. And so this is the brain cell. This is our brain cell. Every second it has to work. It has to work because you keep thinking. That's why you need lots of energy. And the heart cell. So the brain cell and the heart cell has more than 10,000 mitochondria in there. So when your mitochondria has no energy, no power, that's how you start aging. So what's the first sign of it? It's when you start losing memory. That's usually the first sign. That's why people have Parkinson's dementia. That's why, because your brain cell has no energy. So your heart cell, when your heart cell has no energy, then that's when you walking, you feel very tired. And then when your heartbeat is irregular, So that's a sign of them to get aging too. And then that's why you have to maintain your organ carefully. And then in order to do that, you need to take care of your mitochondria first. Even though if you're still at young age, you should still be careful. I always tell the people who just got married or they are young and then they have. I always tell them, I say, if you want to have a baby in the future or one day, then you should take R-squared right now. You should take R-squared right now so that when you have your baby in the future, the baby will grow better and healthier. Why would I say that? Because the organ has the most mitochondria. It's actually our virus. Why is that? Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. So the organ has the most mitochondria. It's our ovaries, because the ovaries has more than 100,000 mitochondria. So everybody knows that for the men, the shape of the sperm, it looks like a small fish. And so for the sperm, the mitochondria, it's all on the tail of it. Why is that? Because when the sperm and the egg are combined together, it actually, in order for them to connect, for the sperm and the egg to connect together, the moment that sperm and the egg connect together, the tail of the sperm will drop. So that's why when the head of the sperm went into the egg, it doesn't have the tail. The tail contains lots of mitochondria. So do you know where are the mitochondria comes from? The mitochondria for the baby comes from the mom. So if the baby, you want your baby to have more energy, then the mom. So if you want your baby to have more energy, then it all depends on the mom. And that's why mom's health is very important. But I'm not saying the father is not important, because they're both important. But what I'm trying to say, R-squared is not just for people who wants to be anti-aging. It's for the people who wants to be energy level to always to be younger. And then if you want to have a baby in the future, it doesn't matter if you're a man or you're a woman, then I suggest you all take R-squared. And then for those people who wants to have a baby, but it's hard for them to get a baby, I suggest them to take R-squared too, because all of our cell has mitochondria in there. So that's why whoever has cell, you need to take R-squared, because you need to charge your mitochondria. You need to make your mitochondria has energy all the time. So on the screen, this research, you can see that the elderly people, for them to produce energy, it's actually less. So now we're gonna talk about the main reason for the mitochondria damage. It's because of aging. So how can we make it better? So R-squared can help us that, because our R-squared can influence 52 sets of our genes. And what I mean is that it can help our mitochondria to be recharged and then reset. So that means when it almost lose its energy, and then R square can reset them and then make them to be energized again. And then that's the R square product we have. So what I'm talking about, R square has two parts. One is recharge, one is renew. So to renew our cell, so now you probably think that our R square is very powerful, and that's why our R square can be on our physician desk reference. It's not I just talk about myself, because later I'm gonna show you more evidence about it, because we actually did many clinical studies. We did many published papers. So everybody all knows that PDR is the physician desk reference for all the doctors in North America. So when the doctors, if they want to recommend their patients for something, or if they want to recommend their patients for supplements, so they usually refer to this book to find the supplements in the book to refer to recommend to their patients. So now I'm gonna show you. So look, our company tell us that after you took R square, then it can help you to recharge your brain for your energy, for your sexual functionality, and for your overall youthness. So earlier I mentioned there are more than 10,000 mitochondria in our brain, and then for our energy, it relies on our heart. And then for our sexual functionality, this is our company. Our scientists told us that. Actually, as most of you know, our company is a very conservative company. But when they tell you this is one of the benefits, then that means this product will definitely help that for sure. I know that many of the people who took R square before, they probably feel the same way, like many people around me, especially for the men who's over 40 years old. After they over 40 years old, they don't feel they're as energized as before. But after they took R square, they feel like their energy is like when they're at their 20 or 30s. I'm not just talking about daytime, even nighttime. I'm not gonna go too detailed about it. So that's why this product focuses on your brain, on your energy, on your sexual organs, and on your overall health. So now this is a result of our clinical study. This is to focus on your energy, not just focus on the younger people. It also focus on the elderly people. After they took R square for 5 weeks, their energy all went up 63%. And not just to have more energy. Another thing is that the thing we talked about earlier is about our brain, our memory. All of it all went up. So that's why it was talking about on the Newton magazine. It says that when your mitochondria lost ability or decrease, then most of your organs and your nerves will lose its function. Because every single of our organ has cell, and every cell has mitochondria. And if when your cell has no power, then your organ and your organ will not function well. And then that's why you will have problems. That's why it's very obvious that you have to let your cell to be recharged and full of energy. What's the good thing about it? Now we have some of the testimonial here. As you can see, this is our scientist, Dr. Zhou Chen. If there's a good product, our scientists always take it first. So during the 5 years, it's from 2005 to 2010, you can see a big difference. This useness, it's come from inside out. It's not just outside. It's he has a lot of you can tell he has more energy and then he just look younger. That's why we always say if you want to see a person really be younger or healthier, then you look at the way you look at their eyes, because you can tell if they actually look younger or they have more energy. So you can see on all those photos, you can see their eyes all changed. We still have a lot of testimonial. There's some person, one of the testimonial is that they got pregnant after they took R-square, or they can have more exercise now, or for some people they have sleeping problem and then they are sleeping problem, it's fixed because after you take R-square, it will help you to detox on your cellular level, and then when your cell is detox, that means it will become like purified, will become, your cell will become younger and then healthier. And this is like we're doing a big cleaning up for our DNA level, and that's why you can look younger and healthier. So I'm not just talk whatever, because in 2009, these three scientists already got Nobel Prize rewarded in 2009, because they actually did a research and then they found the aging source. It's because of our genes. And how can we go into the genetic level? We can only rely on our ageLOC technology. By using this technology can help us to go into inside of the cell on the genetic level. So this photo, you can see that when you're younger, your gene expression is like this, and then when you're older, your gene expression is like this. So when we're younger, we have lots of collagen, and our muscle, it's very easy for us to build up muscle. But when we are getting old, it's harder for us to build up our muscle, and also we lose a lot of collagen. But and then also when you're old, it's your okay. So and when you're older, your collagen will lose a lot, and then your muscle will lose a lot, because and that's why our science, we actually by using our technology, we can actually influence our genes to go back to the younger gene expressions. So how do you know that? So how do you know you took the product and then you become younger now? Because some people will say that maybe I feel younger, and then maybe I look younger. Many people say that it's by their feelings. But now we don't talk about just feelings. We want to be more advanced. We want to use science to prove that. That's why we use a gene chip to read, to also prove to us that our genetic expression actually go back to the younger time. we cannot do 100%, but we try to be as close as to 92%. So 92%, we can be back to the younger expression, younger gene expressions. So when we're younger, this is our gene expression looks like. So what I mean is that your organ is healthier and then you have more energy. And that's why you have a lot of energy, and then it can help your youth span longer. So that's the powerful part of our technology, is actually we can prove by our science that by using the natural ingredients can influence our genes. We're not just talking about whatever, we actually have proof. We don't talk about feelings. We can prove to you that by using our natural ingredients formula can make us younger on the genetic levels. And that's what attracted to me to Nu Skin before. Because back then I was working in the gene laboratory. About 30 years ago, they don't have this gene chip. But because I did research on genes before, so that's why I can tell all of you. So one of this gene can analyze more than 10,000 sets of different kind of gene expression. And back then, 30 years ago, when I tried to study on the gene expression, I need to take 2 weeks to do one set of gene expression study. But now, with this gene chip, it's way more advanced. And then if I use my own way, like 30 years ago, it probably will take me another 30 years to do all the research that nowadays this gene chips can do. So that's why when I realized how powerful this science is, I feel so impressed of our technology, because when everybody is still trying to do the research, we're already taking the supplements into our body, which can help us on the genetic levels. That's why no wonder the scientists will say, oh, it's a game over for all the rest competitors. So as you can see on this picture, this is a sprinkler. You can see that all the water keep dripping. This is what you can see on the market, because most of the product on the market, they're trying to fix the problem on the appearance, on the surface, like pigmentation, like lose your muscle and sagging. All the other products are trying to fix on the appearance, but our science can already target on the source of our aging. We can actually fix the source of our aging. We can go back to the source. And that's what we mean when we target on the source of the aging. So that's why when I know more and more about our science, we have more than 75 world-class scientists in our development team, and every single of them are in their field. And then we have so many different kinds of scientists in different areas. That's why we're very powerful. As you know, that our human being is very complicated. So that's why, for as complicated as our human body, how can you only have 1 and 2 scientists to do research in a company? If there's only 1 or 2 scientists can solve all the problem in a human being, I don't believe so. I don't think so. And that's why we have more than 75 plus class scientists. And for our whole research development team, we have almost 200 scientists. So you can see how powerful our development team is. And that's why today, as you can see, outside there are so many other scientists who are still doing the research. But compared to ours, now you can know that our technology is way advanced, 30 years way ahead than all the rest. And now I'm gonna tell you a very good news in Taiwan. Maybe most of you know, in Taiwan, we have a national sports training center. So all the athletes, if they are represent our Taiwan to go out to, they all have to be trained in this center. So for the past 22 years, all the athletes in the training center, they have to take the life pack and our supplements. So Nu Skin actually partnered with a national sports training center and the Taiwan Olympic, and to support all the athletes. So for the past 22 years, all the athletes has to take our products. And from this year on, all our Nu Skin product in Taiwan will have one more logo, which it will show the NSTC. So that's a confirmation and a proof from the nation. And just for this thing, there's no other supplement company can compare with this. And in the end, I'm gonna share with you my picture. Why I want to share with you my picture? Because this year, February, I was in my team, I was in my office because we moved to a new office. So we had a grand opening party, and our dress code is to wear our high school uniform. So I wore my high school uniform and to attend the party, and then we all took photos. I was so happy. Why? I know that I cannot go back to when I was to look 18 years old, but I still very happy of my photo because I was wearing my high school uniform. Even though I cannot be back to 18 years old, but I feel I'm pretty close. So does any one of you want to guess my real age? So I'm gonna announce my real age. So my real age right now is 54 years old. Yes, so this is the power of our ageLOC product. That's why I want to encourage all of you. Do you guys know that our human being body, we will have a big cycle every 7 years. Our blood cells will turn over every 120 days, and our liver cells every 180 days will turn over. And then the longest turnaround, it's our bone structure. For our bone structure, it's 7 years. That means every 7 years, you have a chance for you to restart, to renew. So what I mean is that, so how you gonna treat your body in that 7 years? If in that 7 years, if you give your body all the good nutrition and supplements in that 7 years, then it means in the 7 years, every day you give your body a new cell and a new supplement. And that's why after 7 years, you can imagine, after 7 years, you will not be old. And every 7 years, you will be younger and younger if you keep taking our ageLOC technology products. So actually, I've been taking our ageLOC products since 2014. In the beginning, I took TR90 2014. At the same year, I start R Square. So 2012 to now, it's 7 years already. And then 2014, I start R Square. 2016, I start Y Spin. And then the LifePack Nano, R Square, and Y Spin. I've been constantly taking it, never stop. That's why I'm so excited, because I'm so excited to see, I want to see after 20 years later, that will be after 3 turnover. I want to know when I'm age 74, how do I look? I so want to know. So now every time I go out, most of the people will guess I'm 37, 38. So I was thinking when I'm actually 75 years old, how would I look? I think I probably have a chance to look younger than less 50 years old. I'm so excited, and I so want to see. And that's why today, this is why I share with you why all the human being has to take R Square. Let's all do it together. Thank you.
Catherine, 你好，Catherine。
Hi, Catherine. It's such an amazing sharing. We can all see from the science point why all the living human has to take R Square. I can see that you look so excited when you're sharing. Maybe some of the people have questions. Can we let them ask you questions today? So if you have questions, you can prepare for your questions. So I'm going to ask for one question first. So I've been noticed R Square has a label and then say that R Square, it's focused on our brain, our energy, our sex organs. So this reflects to what you mentioned earlier. All our cell in our body has mitochondria. I want to know, it should be all helpful our overall body, not just on those 4 areas, right? For example, some people might show up on their hair or their skin. Yes, I will say yes. Because all the cell has mitochondria, that's why all the cells might have chance to lose the energy. So when you try to charge them, my own experience is that you probably won't see difference right away. But the most important thing is that when your cells lose energy and then you try to charge it, you have to think about when your cell has no energy, it actually have a lot of garbage in there. So the first thing you need to do is your cell has to be detox to get rid of all the garbage first. For my own experience, it's like that too. For the first 3 months, I actually detox a lot. I actually have a lot of air come out. Even for most of my friends, they have the same experience. So I would say for the first a while, your body will try to detox from cellular level, from deep level. And then so that for some people, they have some health issues, it will appear first. Until after a while, for some older people, like my mom is 82 years old already. After she took half year of R Square, and then she started to grow some darker hair. And for some people, their pigmentation might be lighter. And for some people, it's for their organ repair. For myself, I find out the most it's my intestine problem. It's getting better because I used to have a very weak stomach, but then after that, I actually am better now. That's why you need time. In the first period, it's to detox. For myself, it actually took me 9 months to detox. The first few months, it's my intestine. After a while, it's running through my whole body. I used to have herpes, and everyone should know if you have the if you have some problem when you're younger, and then when you're older, you will still carry the same disease on your body. That's why you will have herpes. People try to take medicine or medication to avoid it, but after I took R-square at the month 9th, it actually all came out, all the toxic came out. Because that's how I realized how the R-square work, because it actually went in so deeply to detox from the cellular level. That's why I was very happy. And when I'm at month 9 taking the R-square, actually after 9 months, I don't feel a lot, but you feel like your energy level is better. And then you have more deep sleep at night. The next morning you have more energy, and when you wake up, you will go washroom very regularly and very fast. And for some older people, they usually have to wake up a few times at night when they sleep. And then after they took R-square, they don't have to wake up so many times, or less and less. So I will say it will take a while, but then gradually, if you keep taking it, you will see the difference. So in the beginning, I actually didn't know what ageLOC technology will actually work on us until one day. You know that Facebook always pop out our photos from years ago. So one day my Facebook actually popped up my photo of 2012. And then one day it popped up my 2015 photos. So I put all those 3 pictures together, 2012, 2015, 2019 together. And I realized, wow, I look a lot younger. I'm like way younger than before. Wow. And then that's how I know this is ageLOC. That's why I got so excited. I'm more excited and more excited now. I can't wait until later when I'm at 74. I want to see what I look like. So thank you for Catherine's answer. So another question is that for R-square, can you just open the capsule and then put it into the water and dilute it and just drink it like that? So Catherine's answer is yes, of course. If she doesn't mind the flavor, then she actually can drink it. I want to share a secret with you. The dog in my house, I give my dog R-square day. So for human, you take 6 capsules, but I have a dog who's 11 years old, and every day I give him R-square daytime. 1 capsule, I put it in his food. Every day he will take 1. So my dog will take R-square day and 1 bone banker. So every day he will take 1 each. And that's why my dog looks younger too, and he has more energy too. So another question is that the R-square has Codimax, and some people they take the R-square and then they will have nosebleed. Can they still taking it? So Catherine said that if that's the case, I will suggest him or her to try other product first, to make some adjustment first. because everybody's body condition is different, so they should try to adjust their body condition first. I will recommend to start with a TR90 first to do a totally detox, and then maybe see if their liver function. Some people, it's because of their liver has a problem. I don't know if you guys have a product, it's for the liver. Singapore doesn't have it. So we have a product, it's for the liver, and it's another product, it's called Splash C. So either or, you take it with our TR90 together to adjust your body condition, so that your body will be more neutral, and then you can start with R square after. Another question is that some people, after they take R square, they will have some skin problem. So some people, after they take R square, they will have like scarring on their skin, or a darker brown spot. And then Catherine's answer is that this might be some reaction for some people. What I suggest is they should drink more water. And if the problem is very severe, then he should reduce the amount. For example, if he needs to take 6, then he should cut in half. Maybe he just take 3 capsules instead. And don't stop, because in the beginning it's a detox, and then you have to keep taking it because this is good for them. So that's because some of the garbage in your body, you need to get rid of it. That's why the faster you can do this, it's better. So Catherine, you mentioned that for daytime, it's to take 6 capsules. And can people take separately? Because some people, they don't like to take 6 capsules at once. So you can actually take 3 first and then take 3 after. Another question is, what's the youngest age can take? So Catherine's answer, it's 12 years old. Okay, so you can start to take R squares 12 years old. Another question is that for some people, they take R squared, they are more. So this question, it's some people think that it's actually the same question as earlier. I will suggest them to take a TR90 with Splash C to start, to adjust their body first, so that they can take R square after. Another question is that for people who have high blood pressure, can they take it? Catherine's answer is yes. It doesn't matter what sickness they have. The main thing is that don't stop their medication, but they can take our supplement, because we're not trying to compete with the medication or the medical treatment. So don't stop their medication and don't stop their treatment, but they can keep taking our supplement until if their doctor say that their symptom is reduced. If their doctor actually tell them their symptom being reduced, then maybe they can ask their doctor if they can stop the medication. But don't stop the medication yourself. But they should also take our supplements with their medication. Another question is that for a cancer patient, they shouldn't take R square. Is it right? And Catherine's answer is no. For people who has cancer, they still need to go treatment. They should do their regular treatment. So our supplement is to support them, to make them have more energy, to help them recover better. So that's why there's no problem. Don't stop their treatment. They have to do it together, the treatment and our supplement together. So another question saying that does R square has ginseng? And yes. So ginseng, we are using a white ginseng. So it's not the red ginseng. The red ginseng is more heated, but the white one it's not. So that's why that's a misunderstanding that people say the ginseng will cause the cancer cells to grow, but they actually have no proof of it. I have to say that in our body, our healthy cell, it's actually constantly fighting with the cancer cells. And that's why you have to support your cell with a better nutrition food, because the cancer cells actually will try to take the nutrition too. So that's why you have to support your body with a good nutrition, so that your own cell has the good nutrition, because the cancer cell will try to take nutrition at the same time. You have to let your good cells keep to be healthy, so that your good cells can try to fight over the cancer cells. So that's why for the people who has cancer, they should take the supplements to keep their good cell, good nutrition. Another question is, there's a person, he actually is taking some medication, and I think this person has a surgery in 2015, and then, okay. Okay, so there's another person, she said, if I'm taking astrovestation 10 milligram, can I take this capsule? And Catherine's answer is yes. I don't think there will be conflict in between. I just want to recommend you that when you're taking supplement, don't take your supplement and medication at the same time. You have to take turns. So I will suggest 1 hour in between at least. Okay, so usually I will take R square in the breakfast, because we need to be recharged in the morning. So I will recommend you to take R square in the morning, so that your cell has more energy for the whole day. So that's why I will not recommend to you, I will not recommend you to take R square after noontime or afternoon, because I think that's such a waste, because so that you're wasting your whole morning. So they have to be apart, at least 1 hour apart with your medication and your supplement, but I don't think there's any conflict in between. So Philip has another question. So I heard about your sharing. You say that our cells are in between all over our body. Some cells need to be repaired, and then some organs need 7 years to turn around. I want to ask you, does that mean during this 7 years turnover time, our organs will not? So Philip's question is that Does that mean in between that 7 years, your body will not do anything at all? So Catherine's answer is that when I mention about turnover, it actually goes every day. When I mention 7 years, it means that every day we will have some old cells will die, and then we will have some new cells. For example, when we're building a house, we don't tear down the whole building. We actually tear down a certain part, and then we build up certain part. So that's why every day you have old cells die, and every day you have new cells born. And that's why you have to take supplement every day, because you want to have new cells every day, new healthy cells every day. And then by taking the supplement, it can help your cell to grow better and healthier. And then after the 7 years, you will realize if you keep doing that, then after 7 years, you will feel that your cell actually has better quality and then have more nutrition. And then that's why you will look younger and healthier. And so Philip said that means we don't just take our square one day and another day stop. You have to take it constantly in order to have a good result. So with our product, the R square, we can be younger and healthier. It can actually be true. It's a dream come true. So today, after Catherine sharing, now we have more confidence about our product and our technology. I hope in the nearly future, Catherine can come back and share with us about all other products. For example, TR90, because of your field, your background, I think you will have a even better way to explain to us about all the products. Thank you so much for Catherine's sharing today. Thank you so much. We want to thank Rosalind for our MC today, and then Sherry for our translation, and JJ and Darren. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye bye.